Rum means a huge amount for BP in the North Sea. In some ways it's an emblem for where we want to be, where we're going, for our future. It's about satellite field developments, it's about low tariffs, it's about utilisation of existing infrastructure, and it's about pushing the boundaries with technology. It's a perfect role model for the future of the North Sea.
Rum is very special. It's the first high pressure, high temperature subsea gas field in the world.
There were one or two of us left from the time that rum was discovered, but I was certainly a very inexperienced geologist in my first few days in Aberdeen when the discovery well was being drilled. So to go into a high pressure gas reservoir when people were actually expecting it to be an oil field was really quite exciting, and actually living on the edge of risk.
We didn't really truly understand how much of a technology challenge we were taking on at that point. In fact, there was no capability to drill and develop high pressure fields at that time.
When you're doing something new, it's a bit like playing jazz actually. It's not necessarily perfectly orchestrated all the time. So you're jamming occasionally. And that can feel uncomfortable because you don't know where the next bit of music's going to come from.
The driver behind the technology is the commitment and the passion of the people involved in this development to make it happen. They looked at the challenges of this project and went out and found engineering and technological solutions to these challenges, put it all together and made a great project.
Our biggest risks were seen as being in the pipeline and the subsea construction or subsea design elements of it, where we were having to deal with high pressure, high temperature, low temperature.
The temperature's very high, 130 degrees centigrade, pressures of the order of 780 bar, corrosive gases, got very high CO2 content, high H2S. So we needed to find the right materials to make the rum field viable for BP.
At the time of sanction, it wasn't actually believed it was possible. There was nothing in industry to say actually it could be done. Pipe and pipe section, so it's an outer carbon steel pipe, insulation in between that, and then the inner pipe is super duplex, 25% chrome, heavy wall, because that's got to withstand the full pressure from the rum reservoir.
Now what we see here is the BP rum 8-inch, 14-inch pipe and pipe assembly. This pipe here is the internal product carrying a high quality duplex pipe. This here is the 14-inch carrier pipe, which will enclose and protect the product carrying pipe. And what we see here is the spacers which keep the pipe centralised inside, and behind we have the insulation. The field service has very high levels of sour gas, which on a normal carbon steel process would be eaten away in a very short space of time. This is high corrosion resistance, which is why it's been picked for this specific task, and it will last for the duration of the field life.
One of the reasons for tying back to Bruce, even though that we're getting into realms of world's first in doing so, is the stage the North Sea is at. We've got a lot of infrastructure, platforms, pipelines that are actually in decline from the point of view of production and volumes.
We looked at alternatives of building a new platform, putting a new platform in there and developing it through surface Christmas trees. We went through the standard BP process of praise, select, define to determine what was the best method of developing the field.
So one of the things that rum gives us is actually we can bring in new technology, we can develop a field that's been dormant, but also we actually bring new production
over existing assets. And that's good for the UK, it's good for the companies, it's good for the existing assets because it also extends the life of their production.